What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Hey, listen, family, I got a good one for you today. You guys might want to stick around because I'm borrowing a page from Minister Farrakhan. He did a speech a few years ago that said hard trials, hard truths. Truth. He was talking about the truth. And he said that truth is like medicine. You don't like taking it. It's really nasty. But the truth, the medicine is good for you. So let's get right off into this, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to keep you long. Let's get right off into this. I did a post. I created a post yesterday that I have been getting hammered. I have been getting hammered on. And matter of fact, let me just show you guys exactly what that post with. And I'm going to let you judge for yourself. Because where I have been getting hammered at, I now fully understand when you start acquiring money, the problem with acquiring money, the problems that come behind the money. So I'm going to show you guys where I have been getting hammered over this post. I'm going to share this with you guys. And it was about Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson did an interview. And in that interview, he was explaining, he don't have the time like he used to have the time to entertain people anymore. So let's get right to this. I'm going to pull this up. And then I'm going to let you. Here we go.
And I want to address these cameras because this is important. See, everybody get mad now when you and I say no.
Yeah.
Well, like I got to teach everybody. Okay. When I was at this level, yeah, I could deal with you. But I'm not at that level no more. See, I went here, then I went here. Now I'm here. So the deal's got to be here. And no, I'm not hating. Everybody don't be mad at me when I say no, but the deal's got to be here. Because I tell you, you can learn a lot from billionaires. They said the same amount of time it takes to make $1 million.
Now, where I've been getting beat up at, ladies and gentlemen, and you guys can read
the same amount of time to make $100 million.
Of course, the comments.
I've been putting that in my
on your own. If you follow me on my this is off of my TikTok page. Now, there have been 35 comments, 386 likes, 386 people liked this, 64 shared it, 35 was comment, but the comments are brutal. Oh my God. Now, at first it was good entertainment for me because I was just laughing at a lot of the stuff. I mean, people that went from not supporting Black communities, every time somebody Black, he not bringing that money back to the community, all the way to blood sacrifices. And I'm just like, where are we getting this from, ladies and gentlemen? Where are we getting this from? Now, the problem that I have with this is because I agreed with the post. When I was building this thing, when I first got linked up with my advisor, and everybody knows this story that I've shared. It's in my books. I've shared this with you. The way I met my advisor was strictly by accident. Now, I went from a flea market leather crafter. Now, people seeing me do the work. Now, the information that he was giving me, now, to this date, and honestly, this man has never given me any money. Not one dime. But what he has given me was the information. Now, we as a people, especially in the Black culture, money is not the cure-all for all of your ails. Because I can dump you $1 million and you'll blow it. Why is that? Because you don't have any financial discipline. You don't have any economic structures. You don't really know where to. And I lost a lot of people that was watching because they don't want to hear that part. This is why people like Magic Johnson and other wealthy people, your Tyler Perrys and your Oprahs and all of that, and whoever they may be. This is why the investing is so sparse. One, I'm not going to invest my money into another car wash. I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to invest my money into the community with another nightclub, a bar, a liquor store, a check cashing place. I'm not going to invest my money that I took. Now, getting back, and I don't want to get too far off, but my advisor didn't give me one dime, but he gave me information. With that information that he gave me, I redeveloped or evolved my own discipline to get to where I am now. It didn't take dollars to do that. It took discipline, structure, and proper planning. I'm hoping that this mic is on. God knows I'm hoping that this mic is on. Yes, the mic is on. It took structure and hard planning. If you fail to plan, you plan on failing. That is fact. It's not the money. It's definitely not the money. But where people have been beating it up, beating the post up, is everybody wants to say that it's about the money. It's about the money. He's not he sacrificed people, and I'm trying to pull this up to make sure that everything is being heard properly. Man, he's a sellout, he's a this, he's a that. And I'm like, because the man won't take his money and put it into a project that's not viable, I don't get that. I don't get that. Now, what I would do, is first, if you have something worth investing in, you have to sell that or pitch it to somebody with money. If you haven't put any thought into your pitch, then it's gonna come off like you just got your hand out. No, the post and the content that I put up, ladies and gentlemen, I put it up there. Yes, I do agree with a lot of it. Some of it, I don't agree with it, but it's just the mindset of how the people are. Now, here's the hard fact truth. If you, well, let me get to this before I get to that point. One person posted, well, when he was broke, somebody reached back and invested in him. True. They did. That did happen. But you have to have something worth investing in. Magic Johnson is going down in the history as one of the greatest point guards of all time. And not just a point guard, he was the first big man point guard in an era where point guards were 5'11", 5'10". You know, this was the first big man point guard that can handle that ball and be his size and can play any position. So Magic himself was investable. That was the investment. Now, he cultivated that and built that up over the years, blah, 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 blah. And then he invested in the Starbucks. Now, this is where the majority of Magic's money come from, is Starbucks. So he invested in Starbucks, put Starbucks. Now, I'm not a fan of Starbucks. I'm just not going to pay $7 and $8 for a cup of coffee when I can buy 160 canister container of coffee for that same $8. So instead of drinking 1 cup at $8, I can drink 160 cups for the same $8. Now that's just me. But I'm not going to knock the man because he put Starbucks. He put his money in the Starbucks. I'm not going to knock the man because Magic came up with the new concept of what we're seeing now, the structures of the movie theaters, to where he combined restaurant and movie theaters and lounge seats into one idea. Nobody else thought about that. This is why you're paying $30 for a movie now, but nobody else thought about that. You can eat, watch a movie, and they got recliners. Nobody else. I mean, hey, look, I'm not hating on that. So, however, who are we to tell somebody else what to do with their money? Think about that. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Let that marinate for a little bit. You working a job, you paying the bills, you are getting up early in the morning and sacrificing your time to go to this job to provide for you and your family. And somebody outside of you, a neighbor down the street, is going to tell you how you should be spending your money. Man, why you ain't getting my grass cut? You got your grass cut. What? Think about that. This is how my mind works. This is how my mind works. Truth. I deal with hard truths. See, I can take the hard truth, but what, instead of me going and saying, hey, Magic, give me some money that I'm going to go through and blow because I don't have financial discipline, or I really don't have a business model. I just got an idea. Well, if you've ever watched the show Shark Tank, a lot of times when people come on there with ideas and they don't receive an investment because they haven't fully come up with a plan to make the idea actual or practical. This is what we have to do, family. We have to stop talking about blood sacrifices. I mean, the amount of stuff that come out of people's mouth. Well, he did a blood sacrifice. A what? This is starting to run rampant now. I don't know, because Puffy did a blood sacrifice and Jay-Z did a blood sacrifice to get their billions, and Oprah did blood sacrifices, and Tyler Perry I mean, really, family, this stuff is getting out of hand. I saw something that Pastor Keon said. People are pushing information without verification, and that's wrong. Somebody did the same thing about the guys on $1 Million Worth of Game, Gilly. They said Gilly sacrificed his son so he can get a $50 million contract. Now, it amazes me because the mentality is, in order for you to get rich, you have to sacrifice somebody. But people are poor because they didn't sacrifice nobody. That just don't make sound good sense to me, family. It really don't. It don't make sound sense to me. What the post was about was, when I was building this business and I was flying back and forth to Florida 4 times a year, getting this information from my advisor. I mean, I already got a way in, and I already have access to a man that's worth mega millions, when normally, coming from Alabama, that would have never happened. And so I already have the door is not even cracked. I'm coming in and out the door 4 times a year, getting this business information. Now, keep in mind, family, I've had a business ever since 1995, but I didn't start making any money until eight years ago now. So if this was 2024, 2016, I'm gonna say 2015, 2016. This is when I really started making money. From 1995, I was a flea market and crafter, setting up at the flea markets and at trade days, traveling around the South, city festivals and events, making money. Now I was making money, but I wasn't making good money because all of us, each of us wants to have a business. We want to have be self-independent and self funding. We don't want to stay. Nobody wants to be poor. But the difference was, and here's the sacrifice. I sacrificed the clubs. I sacrificed the bars. I sacrificed the running around from pillar to post. I sacrificed fun. Fun hasn't went anywhere in 2024 years now. You can always find fun. You can always find women. You can always find, or men, if you're a woman watching this, you can always find that stuff. But the opportunity to change your condition don't come around that often. So I seized the opportunity that presented itself to me. Once I got in, because actually I literally, and you guys, this is in my first book, Next, where the first thing I did in my employee mind, the first thing I said was, why don't you buy my business? And then I will work for you. This is how we're trained. This is how we are raised. This is how we are brought up in the society. The first, when I got the opportunity, and he said, Cowboy, they called me Cowboy. He said, Cowboy, he said, and that's another story within itself by the name, don't trip. He said, Cowboy, I don't see why your business shouldn't be a $250,000 business. At that time, I hadn't made $250,000 since 1995 collectively. But in my employee mind, how we are indoctrinated in this society, my employee mind said, sell the business and work for him. Now, think about that. Think about that. At that moment, I was willing to fork over $250,000 business. He already saw where the business could be, and I was finna give it to him. And for a job, listen to this, people. All of these comments that are on TikTok and YouTube, YouTube, Facebook, and wherever that post is, all the places that post is, these are the people, I know where they are mentally. Because that's how we've been indoctrinated into this country. Go to school, get an education, and put in an application. We are not taught to go, but we're also told at the same time we can be anything that we want to be. But the system says all we want you to be is an employee. That's why I was willing to fork over that. And by the goodness or whatever, the positive energy, all the planets lined up, grace of God, however you want to coin that. He said, that ain't enough meat on the bone for me. And I'm thinking like, wait a minute, you just told me $250K. He said, I make that in a month. But now here's the thing. He said right after that, but if you listen to me, he didn't say I'm going to give you $250,000. He said, if you listen to me, I'm going to help you get there. That was when my true business education started. Boom. It took off. It was the information. So yeah, I agree with Magic Johnson. But now here it is. When I was here building the business and I'm flying back and forth down here to Florida 4 times a year, I'm trying to tell people, hey, look, I got an inside track. I got an inside track. I've heard it all. I've heard it all. Man, you getting used. That man ain't gonna do that for you. That man not doing that for nothing. I mean, hear how we sound, but we want somebody to come in and invest, take their money and invest in us with a mental thinking like that. It's never gonna happen, family. I'm not even gonna do it. And I've come across a lot of people that they see you on the rise or they watching you on the come up. Because what happened? I disappeared. I'm not hanging out. I'm not going out. I'm not eating out. That was a sacrifice. I stopped eating out and start cooking. I literally started what I didn't know how to cook. I taught myself how to cook. I learned how to cook because I'm saving my money and investing it into my business. If you're not willing to do that, family, get out the way because you're in the way. Look how much money you spend on eating out. Right now, a combo meal at McDonald's, a Big Mac combo meal at McDonald's is, I'm going to say $13 to $15. Now, imagine the person that's going to eat lunch every day at McDonald's. Now, let's multiply that $13 times 5. $65 for lunch in a week. Multiply that by 4. And people say to me, man, you ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. I need you to invest money. No, stop going to McDonald's to eat. Stop going to Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks and buying $8 coffee. By the time you get a biscuit or a croissant, you're already back at $15 again. So you had $15 for breakfast, $15 for lunch. You spending $30 a day on your stomach, and then you want somebody to take their money and invest in your business or your idea. This is why the system is working exactly like it was intended to work. It keeps you into the state of mind to where you have to, well, man, I can't do that. What? You mean, I was telling somebody about this. You spend money on groceries and then you turn around and go out to eat. Why? I can look at anybody's financial statements and tell you where I can save you right now $500 a week. I can put $500, not a week, a month. I can put $500 a month back into your pocket just by looking at what you spend the money on. Now, let's fast forward this. Once I start getting this information, people start dropping, oh man, you ain't getting that. Okay, cool. Then when I disappeared, and then when I came back with the book, my first book, Next, boom, Amazon, hot new sellers list. Me. Because I listened to the information, not stuck my hand out and said, give me. The only thing I've ever asked him to give me is, hey, look, give me some more information because that's what you're teaching me. It's working. It's hot right now. I can't miss. Well, this is what you do next. Start learning how to master social media. Ooh, don't just get on social media posting a bunch of nonsense and world star videos and midget wrestling and all other kind of stuff, whatever people do. That's not making you no money. So what did I start doing? Well, first it led from I got on every social media platform and I started posting everything that I have been getting taught. Because the information is what I'll give you. Like I said, I won't give nobody no money. Money is easy to make, family. Let me say that again. Money is easy to make. People who tell you that making money is hard, they are people who, one, they're satisfied with the way their life is going. Two, they just simply telling you they're not going to do anything else other than ask somebody for money. Let me tell you how easy money is to make. I created this course into my program. This was years later after I started building up the social media platforms. Thank you guys. Facebook is now over 10,000. Instagram is now over 30. TikTok is now close to 100,000. See, I started doing the work. When you stop, when you sacrifice, now I got time. I'm not preoccupied. I'm not running around. I'm not captivated by what's going on outside of me building this business. So what I did, I came up with this program, this course in the program that's called, we got a question or a comment. I came up with this course called the Craigslist Game. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you, family, for tuning in. The Craigslist Game. Money is easy. This is how easy money is. There is a section on Craigslist, and actually I got the game from Brother BNX, who was out of Dallas, Texas. Phenomenal young brother. But I incorporated it or put it into my course training study. Craigslist Game. You can go to Craigslist right now, whatever city you're in, wherever you are in the country. Not just Craigslist, you can go to Facebook. You can go to Instagram. You can go to any of these platforms and type in free, let's just say free furniture. This is how easy money is to make. You will see pages and pages and pages of free stuff that you can just go get. Go get it. Even if you don't, well, I ain't got no truck, Muhammad. I don't have no truck. Don't worry about a truck. You can get a in-town U-Haul for $20. Sacrifice that one McDonald's meal and that one Starbucks day. Sacrifice one day of eating out. Now you got $20. Put that into a $19.95. It's $19.95 U-Haul in town. Go pick the stuff up, throw it in the back of the U-Haul, bring it back to the house, clean it up. Clean it up. Turn around, take pictures of it, put it back onto Marketplace for $150. See, let me tell you how the mentality works. Oh, this is free game. Free game right here. This is how the mentality works. When stuff is for free, people think automatically junk. They automatically think junk because it's free. But here's the beautiful part about this internet. People take pictures of the stuff that they're giving away for free. You get to look at it before you even go over there. Now, if the furniture all chewed up, the dog didn't pee on it and whatever, no, don't waste your time. Go to the next one. But I guarantee, family, if you do this in the next 30 minutes, you can find an entire living room suit for free. With the end tables and the lamps and a rug and probably some throw pillows and 2 lamps. You can get an entire living room suit for free for $20. All it's going to cost you is a U-Haul to go get it. Now, you take that, bring it back, clean it up, arrange it. This is where the work comes in. Arrange it and set that up as if it was in somebody's living room. And then take pictures of it with your camera phone. With your phone. Take pictures of it and then repost it. Here's the wording. Living room suit everything must go. Entire living room suit, $350. What did it cost you? $20? That's a $330 come up. People can't tell me you can't make any money. If you are broke in 2024, it's voluntary. You want to be broke because money, I just gave you the blueprint on how you can make money just that easy. Now, I had one person that took my course in South Carolina. They didn't even know what business they wanted to do. But when I dropped them the Craigslist game, he got a thrift store now with all free stuff. He started out putting it into a storage building. And then he was just like, look, everything in the storage building got to go. Then before you know it, he started getting clothing racks and started picking up clothes. Take them all to a laundromat, run them through that washer. You ain't got to take them to the dry cleaners. Now, I mean, if it's worth it. Taking them to the dry cleaners, now he got clothes posted on Poshmark. He's selling clothes on Poshmark. He's selling clothes out of the storage building. But now it's gotten so big, he outgrew the storage building, and now he has a full-on store. Making money is easy, and people want to talk about Magic Johnson because he don't want to. He said, hey, look, when I was here, I can deal with you. But now that I am here, the deal has to be here. He didn't say he wasn't going to invest. He just said, you got to step your game up to the level that I'm on. I'm the same way. I don't have time to entertain another car wash idea or another tent and windows idea. Bro, I don't have the time to deal with that. You got to come. Now, I'm not in the $100 million range or the multi-million-dollar range like Magic is, but I'm in the $10,000 to $20,000 range. If I can't see me making at least $10,000 to $20,000, it's a waste of my time because now I got to work again. I am at the position, and hopefully you all will get to that position too, to where you don't want to work for money. Let me say that again. Your first goal is to hit the level of you not working for money. You want your money to work for you. In this social media world of space that we live in, you will hear that term. It's termed a little different. It's called making money while you sleep. That simply means while you are sleeping, you are still making money. When on the East Coast, when everything shuts down at 6 or 7 o'clock, for as that wise, I'm still making money because on the West Coast, they 4 hours behind, 3 hours behind. Even when the West Coast goes to bed and I'm in my bed sleep, it's a whole nother day across the pond. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are. We have to, if you guys are interested, I'm doing a free training on how you can get to that first goal, that first level, wherever you are in the world, doesn't really matter. I'm giving a free training on how you can get there. All you guys have to do is simply send me an email that says free training to robert@bookrdmonline.com. That's the email address. Simple and plain. Robert, ORBERT, @bookrdmonline.com. Actually, I'm going to put that into the, well, I can't change. Well, you guys can see it right there on the ticker tape at the bottom. That's scrolling across the ticker tape right there. Robert at bookrdmonline.com. And I'm doing a free training on getting you to that first level. Now, am I going to invest any money? Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because that's the part that will separate you from the rest of the herd. If you're willing to do the work, I'm willing to give you the information. I can either teach you how to fish, because giving you a fish sandwich, that just means you're going to eat for that one time. I'll see you guys on the other side. Hey, I got to get out of here and get back to work myself, because I'm going to tell y'all, family, when you start to make the moves like you need to be making, life is wonderful. I'm going to get out of here, y'all. I'll see y'all for the next. Stay tuned, because I'm giving away something. Coming up on the 15th, coming up January 15th, just in 2 weeks, we got Mr. Ken Hack out of California, financial planner, financial advisor, that's going to be dropping some major science on how you can get, how you're going to be able to, he's going to tell you how to find the money you need in order to get to what you want to be. I'll see you guys. Peace.